and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be drawing Yona and Hak from the anime Yona the Dawn, so I hope you guys will enjoy this video. I mentioned this probably my last video or the video before that, but I was rewatching Yona the Dawn not too long ago. Most people that know me know that I am a huge Yona the Dawn fan, so rewatching it kind of like brought back the passion. So I really wanted to make some more Yona the Dawn fan art, and I believe I drew Yona and Hak together not too long ago. I think it was back in maybe early March or late February, I can't remember quite, but I know I drew them not too long ago. But I was thinking, like, who would I want to draw next? Because I've drawn Yona and Hak a few times, and then I've drawn Jaeha once. And then I got the idea to start this series where I draw the Yona the Dawn characters like as portraits. So then I get to draw like all the characters, and you know, I thought it would be fitting to start with the main character, Yona, and you know, who else would I draw her with than Hak? So for this first video, I'll have the portraits for Yona and Hak together, and then I'll go in order of the 4 dragons that she finds. So the next portrait will be of Kija, and then the next one of Shina, and then, you know. So yeah, hopefully I'll get around to those portraits as well, and this isn't a series that I start and then abandon. I mean, I only have 4 more portraits to get through, so I should get through it. But yeah, I have probably 3 or 4 videos about Yona the Dawn already, because I believe I've made 2 drawings of Yona and Hak together, and then I've made 1 more drawing of Yona and then 2 more of Hak, and then I also have one of Jaeha. And not all of them have voiceovers, but I think the majority of them do. So Yona the Dawn is something that I've spoken about plenty of times, so I don't really want to talk too much about things that I've already spoken about. So I'll try to find other things about Yona the Dawn and these characters to talk about that hopefully I haven't already said. So again, a quick little summary of Yona the Dawn in case you haven't watched or read it. It's a story about this girl, Yona, who is a princess, and she's lived a very sheltered life. She's been very, I guess, spoiled, and she doesn't really know anything about hardship, you know, or suffering. And long story short, her dad, the king, is murdered, and she's almost murdered as well. But her bodyguard, Hak, rescued her, and blah blah blah. They fled from the capital, and they're on the run, and you know, Yona is now met with all these different, you know, problems, I guess, that she's never had to go through before, you know, being so sheltered and spoiled. It's nice to watch the development that Yona goes through, and she really does want to make a difference and change how the kingdom is doing, because as she's on the run and she goes through all these different like villages and towns and stuff, and there's different problems, like there's human trafficking going on in one town, and there's another town where some kind of like dangerous drug was being distributed, and there's just a lot of problems, and she wants to fix it. I mean, she wants her people to be happy and not have to suffer, and I don't know, it's just a very, very beautiful story. I watched Yona of the Dawn for the first time last spring. I believe it was in like, I don't know, it was sometime between March and May that I saw it for the first time last year. And I was so into it that I started reading the manga from where the anime left off at. And, yeah. So I've read all that's out of the manga, but, of course, the majority of it I read last year, so I don't remember very much. All I remember is the chapters that I just quickly read today, because I hadn't caught up in a while, so I had like probably around 10 chapters to get through. So yeah, if you watched the anime for Yona the Dawn and you really liked it, please go read the manga. You will not be disappointed. The anime is seriously nothing compared to what happens in the manga. Like, oh my gosh, if they came out with a season 2 or a season 3, oh my god, it would be so good. Something I realized after I finished this drawing, though, of Yona, is that she kind of looks like Emma from The Promised Neverland, but with red hair. I don't know, there's something about her hair. I made it, like, I don't know, too fluffy. Maybe she has too much hair. in this drawing. I didn't think about it until after it was already colored in and everything, and I was like, huh, you know, she kind of doesn't look like Yona, she kind of looks like Emma. But yeah, it's kind of weird seeing her like this because in the manga she has longer hair now, which is kind of a nice touch because it's nothing they ever, or I'm pretty sure they never even mentioned it. It's just gradually throughout all the chapters her hair just grew longer, and now it's like it's about shoulder length, which is, I don't know, I think that was a nice little touch. Like it's never mentioned, but we just like slowly see her hair just growing. I don't know, it's a nice little touch. But I like her most with her like really short hair. I don't know why, that's just, I don't know, I kind of like that more. There's not all that much to say about the Yona drawing, except for the fact that at the very end you'll see that, like always, I went in Procreate and tweaked things up a little bit. Like I added a little bit more details to her eyes, and I fixed the coloring a little bit on her outfit because it came out a little wrong. And yeah, I also added a little like circle for the background because it was just lacking in color. And her earrings has a little bit of like this teal tone to it, so I thought it'd be nice to bring that back elsewhere in the drawing. So I had this little like blue circle behind her, and I really think it made all the difference in the world. I love it. That little circle, like it just needed some more like colder tones, I guess, because it is a very warm design. Jumping to Huck, I don't really know what to say there. I didn't have much of a problem with him while I was working on the drawing, but now that I'm looking back at it, there's something weird about his face. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's just something off. I don't know what I messed up this time. But yeah, the only thing I really have to say about this is that I go in, you know, in the end, like always, and tweak things up a little bit in Procreate, just because his hair, like always, turned out a little too blue, so I tried to like tone it down a little bit, and then I added a background, and I chose a complementary color for the blue, which is like, well, it was more like a yellow. It was like between a yellow and orange, but I thought the yellow looked nice. Plus then it kind of looks like there's a sun behind him, and like in my eyes he's the definition of happiness, and sun, you know, reminds me of happiness, so I don't know, it kind of works well.
Also, he's a violent pooper. Like, listen. If he can't take a shit, if he's constipated, he will take it out on everyone. Mad, bro. You don't want to mess with him when he can't take his dump.
When he's constipated?
And he shits every day.
Can I please have this in the video?
No, he's serious. He's videotaping! Fuck!
Wait, I gotta check it. And I've definitely said this before, but I'll say it again, because I will say this every time I see Huck. My all-time favorite character ever is Huck. I mean, there are a lot of characters that I love, but Huck is just above them all. He's my absolute favorite. Out of all anime, out of all manga, out of all stories, out of all games, it's just Huck. And then, you know, second place is like a tie between Yamaguchi and Chrollo and Bakugo, but Huck is just slightly above them. There's just something about Huck. There's just, I don't know, everything about him I just love, and he's just my favorite kind of character because he's the perfect balance between like the comic relief, the badass character, and also the lovable one. And I don't know, I have a soft spot for romances between, I don't know, I guess the clueless girl and then the badass guy who deep down really does have a heart, you know? I don't know, I just really like the way that it's portrayed, I guess. I'm such a sucker for all the moments when, I don't know, like when Huck is being protective over her and is worried over her and I don't know, kind of like glances at her and you can just tell by the look on his face that he really does care about her, and I don't know, I'm such a sucker for that, I can't help it. And I can't stress this enough, if you love Yona and Huck's relationship, read the manga. It gets so much better. But yeah, honestly, I can't think of anything else to say that I haven't already said before, so I guess I'll just talk about my current art projects, and I have quite a bit to say about that anyway, so. It's been quite a productive week, actually, because I made these 2 portraits, and then I also finished a drawing of Sasha from Attack on Titan, which will be posted probably next week sometime. I made some other tiny sketches like always, and I also started on a pretty big illustration of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, so that's interesting. I mean, it's really detailed drawing, so I think I might actually make a video out of that, so who knows, maybe that'll be next Sunday's video. So yeah, right now I'm really just focusing on the Toilet Bound Hanako-kun illustration, and hopefully I'll get around to starting the other Yona the Dawn portraits, because next up is Kija. And I don't really know what else I have planned. I mean, I have Diluc started on, like I've started on the sketch of Diluc from Genshin Impact, so I will do that eventually. But I don't know if I'm gonna make a drawing first. I don't know. Bakugo's birthday is, I believe, on the 20th of April, so I would like to have a drawing of him finished because, you know, he's one of my favorite characters. It doesn't feel right to not make something for his birthday, especially since he's a character that I have almost never drawn before, like only twice, I think. So, yeah, maybe I'll make a drawing of him, or hopefully I'll make a drawing of him. But, yeah, those are my plans so far. What I've been up to lately, I don't believe I spoke about this in my last video, so I have a bit to catch up on. I finally got around to watching the final season of Attack on Titan, or the first part of it, because the second part isn't out yet. So, yeah, I've finally seen that. I started rewatching Bungo Stray Dogs with my sister a few weeks ago, and we're on season 3 now. And, I've also started watching season 2 of Fruits Basket. I saw the first season back, well, I think it was last spring as well. I got into all the more wholesome shows last spring during quarantine. Maybe I just needed a little bit of wholesomeness in my life. But yeah, I saw the first season then. I can't remember when the second season aired. I believe it was last summer. But I never actually got around to watching it because I don't like watching things while it's airing because then I have to wait a week for each episode. And my memory just doesn't have the capacity for that. But yeah, I actually started on the second season not too long ago, and I'm a little over halfway through it now, so yeah, which works out perfectly because the third season is airing now, so, you know, I'll catch up for that and hope that I won't get any spoilers until then, because I've heard that Fruits Basket isn't all that wholesome as it seems. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, to be honest. So expect some more Fruits Basket fan art soon, because I've only ever drawn one piece of Fruits Basket fan art before, and that was of Kyo, and I really want to draw him again. So yeah, I guess expect that, because I won't wait too long with the Fruits Basket fan art. And then otherwise, it's just been the same old, you know, drawing, reading, playing Genshin Impact. Oh, reading, I've actually completely caught up with My Hero Academia now. I can't believe I've finally said this. With all the times I've tried to read My Hero Academia and catch up to the manga, it's just, I don't know, it was like, I can't remember how many chapters I had left when I first started, but it was quite a few. I mean, there's over 300 chapters out right now, and I can't remember where the last season ended off at, but yeah, I've just tried to read it several times. But my sister had, you know, she's been caught up for quite a while now, and she's been telling me for the longest time that I've got to keep reading, especially since she keeps seeing the spoilers everywhere. So she couldn't believe that I hadn't gotten anything spoiled yet, and I knew it was only a matter of time. So I actually got around to finishing it, and oh my god, just when I thought that My Hero Academia couldn't get any better, it did. So yeah, there are some scenes from the manga I would like to redraw. I mean, there's one in particular that I want to redraw, so maybe I'll get around to doing that. But either way, I do want to make some My Hero Academia fan art, because I haven't really made a lot since that one period where I made like a lot. So I don't know, it feels like a good time to make some fan art now that the 5th season is airing. So I don't know, maybe I'll get around to that. But other than that, I'm also completely caught up with Toilet-bound Hanako-kun and with Yona the Dawn, because I had been completely caught up for quite a few months actually, but I don't know, I find manga so confusing, like, or manga that is currently, you know, in progress, because I never know when the next chapter is coming out, and then I can never remember, and I don't know. I feel like manga, it tends to take a lot longer for the chapters to come out, so it's not like just waiting a week like with episodes. And then by then I've just forgotten everything that's happened. So yeah, I like to wait until a few chapters are out so I can just sit and binge, well not binge, but I can sit and read like maybe 3 or 4 chapters. So yeah, I had about, I want to say about 10, was it 10? I'm not sure. I don't know, roughly around maybe like 8 or 10 chapters left for both Toilet-bound Hanako-kun and Yona the Dawn. So yeah, I did a lot of like manga reading over Easter break, which makes me happy because I haven't actually read a lot of manga lately. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.